Hello. Today we can take topic subgroup part second. That is subgroup, cyclic group, and examples on subgroup and cyclic group. I am Mr. S.R. Gaikwad, Assistant Professor in Department of Mathematics, Arts, Commerce, and Science College, Jawala. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, Mr. S.R. Gaikwad. One minute. First, definition of subgroup. A non-empty subset H of a group G, star is set with subgroup of G if H itself a group with respect to same binary operation star. Also, second criteria for a subgroup, a non-empty subset H of a group G, star is subgroup of G if and only if A star B inverse belongs to H for all A, B belongs to H. A non-empty subset H of finite group G, star is subgroup of G if and only if A, B belongs to H implies A star B belongs to H. Again, if H1 and H2 are two subgroup of group G, then H1 intersection H2 is also subgroup of G. It means intersection of any two subgroup is again a subgroup. If H, K are subgroup of G, then H union K is subgroup of G if and only if H is subset of K or K is subset of H. And last, union of two subgroup of a group G may or may not be subgroup. That is important conditions in this subgroup. Then we can take examples on subgroup. If G is abelian group with identity element E and H is set of all elements X belongs to G such that X square equal to identity element, then show that H is subgroup of G. Solution. Let G be a abelian group with identity element E and set H is defined as set of all X belongs to G such that X square equal to identity element. Now clearly we know that if E is identity element and E belongs to G and E belongs to G implies E square equal to E because square of every identity element is identity element itself. And therefore E square equal to E, it implies that E belongs to H. It means H contains at least one element which is identity element. And therefore H is non-empty subset of G. Now, let you can take A, B belongs to H. But every element of H satisfies the condition X square equal to identity element. Here A and B are two elements of H and therefore A square equal to identity element, B square equal to also identity element. Now, we can find B inverse bracket square. B inverse bracket square is same as B square bracket inverse. But value of B square is identity element and therefore E raised to E is inverse. But E inverse equal to E. It means B inverse bracket square equal to also identity element. It means B inverse is also belongs to H. Now, we can consider B inverse A into B inverse bracket square. We have to prove A into B inverse bracket square equal to as also identity element. But given that G is abelian group, A and B inverse both are elements of G, and therefore A into B inverse bracket square is same as A square into B inverse bracket square. But B inverse bracket square is same as B square bracket inverse. A comma B belongs to H, A square equal to identity element, B square equal to identity element, and therefore we get here E into E inverse because value of A square is identity element, B square is also identity element. Again, E into E inverse nothing but identity element. It means A into B inverse bracket square equal to identity element. It implies that A into B inverse belongs to H. And therefore A comma B belongs to H implies A comma B belongs to H implies A into B inverse belongs to H and therefore H is subgroup of G. Second example. If H is subgroup of G and G belongs to H, then define set GH G inverse. GH G inverse equal to set of all elements of the type small g into H into G inverse, comma yes, small h belongs to capital H is set. Then show that GH G inverse is subgroup of G. Solution. Let H is subgroup of G and small g belongs to capital G. The set G H G inverse is defined as set of all elements G small h G inverse such that small h belongs to capital H. We have to prove this set is a subgroup. Now we can take two elements. Let A comma B belongs to G H G inverse and small g belongs to capital G. But every element of G H G inverse is of the type G small h into G inverse. A and B are two elements of G capital H G inverse, and therefore A equal to G H1 G inverse, B equal to G H2 G inverse, where H1 comma H2 belongs to capital H. And therefore A into B inverse equal to, we can putting the value of A and B, A nothing but G H1 G inverse into B's G H2 B inverse bracket inverse. Then by reverse law of inverse, we can apply the reverse law of inverse for second bracket term. We get G inverse bracket inverse into H2 inverse, then into G inverse. But here G inverse bracket inverse is same as G, and therefore we get G H1 G inverse. G inverse bracket inverse is G into H2 inverse into G inverse. And then by associative law, which is same as G H1 G inverse into G into H2 inverse into G inverse. But here G inverse into G, value of this element is identity element. And therefore we get G H1 identity element into H2 inverse into G inverse. And therefore equal to G H1 H2 inverse into G inverse. This value of A into B inverse. Now H1 comma H2 belongs to H, and H is subgroup of G, and therefore H1 into H2 inverse belongs to H. And this H1 H2 inverse belongs to H, and therefore G H1 H2 inverse into G inverse belongs to G capital H G inverse, and therefore A into B inverse belongs to G H G inverse. And therefore A comma B belongs to G H G inverse implies AB inverse belongs to G H G inverse, and therefore G H G inverse is subgroup of G. Next, definition of center of group. Let G be a group, then center of a group G is set of all those elements which commute with every element of G. That is, Z of G equal to set of all X belongs to G, such that X into A equal to A into X for all A belongs to G. Example: if G is a group and Z of G equal to set of all X belongs to G, such that X into A equal to A into X for all A belongs to G, then prove that Z of G, not H here, Z of G is a subgroup of G. Let G be a group, Z of G equal to set of all X belongs to G, such that X into A equal to A into X for all A belongs to G. We can take two elements. Let X comma Y belongs to Z of G. But every element of center of group is satisfied the condition X into A equal to A into X. Here X and Y belongs to Z of G, therefore X into A equal to A into X, also Y into A equal to A into Y. Now, Y into A equal to A into Y, and therefore Y inverse into Y into A Y inverse is same as Y inverse into A into Y into Y inverse. That is, for this equation we can pre and post multiply by Y inverse. By pre and post multiplying by Y inverse, we get this relation. But here Y inverse into Y is identity element, therefore remains A into Y inverse. Also in right hand side, Y into Y inverse is again identity element, and therefore we get A into Y inverse is same as Y inverse into A for all A belongs to G. Then we can consider A into X Y inverse by associative law, which is same as AX then into Y inverse. But A into X is same as X into A then into Y inverse. And again by associative law, which is same as X into A into Y inverse. But A into Y inverse is same as Y inverse into A. and therefore we get x into y inverse into A. Again apply the associative law, which is same as x into y inverse into A, and therefore A into xy inverse is same as xy inverse into A for all A belongs to G, and therefore x into y inverse belongs to G. It means x comma y belongs to Z of G implies x into y inverse belongs to Z of G. Hence, Z of G is a subgroup of G. Then cyclic group. A G be a group. A group G is said to be cyclic group if there exists an element A belongs to G such that every element of G is expressed as integral power of A. If every element of G can be expressed as integral power of A, then at that time such group G is called as a cyclic group. This element A is called generator of group G. Notation: G is cyclic group G generated by A is denoted by this symbol in round bracket A or in this bracket, and therefore cyclic group generated by A equal to set of all A raised to n such that n belongs to Z, which is nothing but G. That G is a cyclic group generated by A. It means every element of G can be expressed as integral power of A. Cyclic group G generated by A with respect to the operation of addition is equal to set of all n into A such that n belongs to Z. Note that the generator of a cyclic group of order n are the elements A raised to P, where P is prime number, P is prime to n, that is P is relatively prime to n. Equivalently, if a cyclic group G is generated by element A of order n, then A raised to P is also generator of G if and only A, the city of P comma n is 1, that is P and n are relatively prime. It means if A is generator, order of G is n, then A raised to P is also generator of the group G. Example: the additive group Z comma plus of all integers is a cyclic group with generator 1 and minus 1, because every element of Z can be expressed as the integral power of 1 and minus 1. It means 1 and minus 1 are generator of group Z comma plus, but 2 comma 2 is not generator of Z, because every element of Z cannot be expressed as the integral power of 2. It means 2 is not a generator. 1 and minus 1 are generator of Z comma plus. In additive group of real number is not cyclic group, as there is no x belongs to R such that x is generated by R. It means set of real number is not a cyclic group. If n is greater than 1, then Zn, the group Zn comma plus is cyclic group generated by 1 bar. Zn comma plus is a cyclic group generated by 1 bar. That is 1 bar is generated of Zn. In multiplicative group 1 and minus 1, is a cyclic group whose generators are minus 1. That is every element of this G that is can be expressed as integral power of minus 1. That is minus 1 raised to 1 is minus 1 and minus 1 square is plus 1. That is 1 and minus 1 can be expressed integral power of minus 1. That is G cyclic group generated by minus 1. Also, the multiplicative group 1 minus 1 I minus I cyclic group with generator I and minus I, because every element of G can be expressed as integral power of I and minus I. That is I raised to 1 is I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I raised to 4 is 1. That is 1 minus 1 I minus Y can be expressed as integral power of I, that is I is generator. Also, minus 1 raised to I is minus I, minus I square is minus 1, minus I cube is I, minus I raised to 4 is 1. That is all these elements are also expressed as integral power of minus I. And therefore, I and minus I are generator of the group. There. Then, example, find the number of generators of cyclic group of order 8. That A is generator of cyclic group G of order 8. It means order of group G is 8. A is generator of group G. It means order of A is also 8. It means order of A equal to 8, which is same as order of G. and therefore G cyclic group generated by A equal to set of all elements A square, A cube, dash up to last A raised to 8 equal to identity element, because order of A is 8. Now, from this here powers of A are 1, 2, 3 up to 8. Observe that 1 and 8 are relatively prime. That is 1 is prime to 8. Therefore, A raised to 1 is generator of G. Also, 3 and 8 are relatively prime. That is 3 is prime to 8. It means A raised to 3 is also generator. 5 is prime to 8. It means A raised to 5 is also generator. Only 1, 3, 5 and also A raised to 7. 7 is also prime to 8. It means A raised to 7 is also generator. Therefore, from 1 to 8, 1, 3, 5 and 7 are prime to 8. And therefore, A raised to 1, A cube, A raised to 5, A raised to 7 are 4 generators of the group G. Theorem. Every cyclic group is abelian. Let G generated by A be a cyclic group generated by A. We have to prove group G is abelian. To prove group G is abelian, we can take two elements X and Y belongs to G. But G cyclic group generated by A, it means X and Y can be expressed as integral power of A. Therefore, X equal to A raised to M, Y equal to A raised to N for some M, N belongs to Z. And therefore, X into Y equal to A raised to M into A raised to N. But A raised to M into A raised to N can be said as A raised to M plus N. But A raised to M plus N is same as A raised to N into A raised to M. And therefore, which is same as A raised to N into A raised to M, which is equal to A raised to N into A raised to M, that is Y into X. And therefore, X into Y equal to Y into X for all X, Y belongs to G. And therefore, G is abelian. Xy equal to Yx for all Xy belongs to G, that is G is abelian. Now, you note every cyclic group is abelian, but converse may not be true. The additive group R, plus is abelian, but not cyclic. Also, C, plus is set of all non-zero complex number is abelian group, but not a cyclic group. Now, if A is generator of a cyclic group, then A inverse is also generator of the cyclic group G. Let G generated by A be a cyclic group generated by A. Let X belongs to G. Here we have to prove A inverse is also generator of G. That is, we have to prove every element of G can be expressed as integral power of A inverse. Now, X belongs to G. Given that A is generator of G, therefore X equal to A raised to N for some N belongs to Z. And therefore X equal to A raised to N. A raised to N can be expressed as A inverse bracket test minus N, which is same as A inverse bracket test 2. We can take M, where M equal to minus N. It means X can be expressed as integral power of A inverse. X is expressed integral power of A inverse. It means every element of G is expressible as some integral power of A inverse. It means A inverse is also generator of group G. It means if A generator of group G, then their inverse is also generator of the group G. A finite group of order N containing an element of order N is cyclic. Now, G is finite group of order N. G contains N elements and A belongs to G such that order of A is also N. Then we have to prove G is cyclic. Now, to prove G is cyclic, that is, we have to prove G, every element of G can be expressed as integral power of some elements. Now, G is finite group, G contains N elements, A is also element of G, and order of A is also N. It means A raised to N equal to identity N, where N is least positive integer. Now, consider cyclic group H of G generated by A. That H is subgroup of G. H is cyclic subgroup of G generated by A. Now H is subgroup of G generated by A. It means H is equal to set of all elements of the type A square, A cube, digest last elements A raised to N equal to identity element. It means H contain A square, A cube up to A raised to N. It means H contain N elements. It means order of H equal to n. Order of H equal to n, or G also contain n elements. It means order of G is also n, and therefore H is subset of G, and order of H is same as order of G is same as n. It means clearly H is same as G. This shows that H equal to G, but H is cyclic, and therefore G is also cyclic, and therefore if G, a finite group G of order n containing n elements of order n is also cyclic. That is, G is also cyclic group. Then summary. In this topic, we have to understand the first, a non-empty subset H of a group G comma star is subgroup of G. 1 minute. A non-empty subset H of group G comma star is subgroup of G if and only if H itself a group with respect to same binary operation star. Second, a non-empty subset H of group G comma star is subgroup of G if and only if A star B inverse belongs to H for all A comma B belongs to H. Center of the group. Let G be a group. The center of group G is set of all those elements of G which commits with every element of G. That is, Z of G equal to set of all X belongs to G such that X into A equal to A into X for all A belongs to G. Cyclic group. A group G is set with cyclic group if there exists an element A belongs to G such that every element of G can be expressed as integral power of A. Then this element A is called as a generator of G. These are the definition of subgroup, center of group, cyclic group, and here we can take examples on this group. Then thank you. Please like and share this video and subscribe my YouTube channel, Mr. SR Gaikwad.